doesn't want to play. I've done way too much, for this city. Like that dude is not here. Marcus, whatever his name is.
One day later.
Breaking news coming out of Philadelphia.
Joel Embiid shoved that columnist that the NBA has commenced an investigation into the situation.
In an alarming run of events, Joel Embiid continues to embarrass himself and the Sixers organization. However, instead of doing something, literally anything, to wrangle their superstar, the Philadelphia 76ers instead keep doubling down to the tune of having just offered him yet another max extension. Let's talk about how a superstar who has been in the league for 10 years has missed as many games as he's played. He's never got his team out of the second round, and he's only been healthy for one playoff run during this entire tenure. And now, this season alone, he played in the Olympics despite being injured in the playoffs, so he wasn't ready for the start of the season for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we end with this explosive interaction with him and a reporter where it actually got physical and Embiid verbally threatened him. Joel Embiid has the Philadelphia 76ers in between a very big rock and a hard place. And guess what? Not one of us feels sorry for you, because the truth is, you two deserve each other. Let's talk. Cue my intro! Hello, YouTube fam!
You see, it's me! It's me!
It's your boy, Big B, the biggest Heat fan in all the land. And I love seeing the absolute dumpster fire that is one of our rivals, the Philadelphia 76ers. They're entirely capped out to 3 players, but only one can actually play. Wow! What a great job it would be. You just sit on the bench, dole out advice that no one wants to hear, and collect a fat paycheck. In 10 years, Joel Embiid has suited up for 433 games out of a possible 820. He's actually missed pretty much as many games as he's actually played, and this is over 10 years. Not to mention the fact that the first 2 years of his entire career he played 0 games, and then for the rest of the time has averaged 55 games a season, which according to the new rules, Joel Embiid would not be eligible for any awards ever. Last season, he played 39 games. He was injured again for the playoffs. He's been healthy for 1 playoff run in 10 years. And regardless of if he's been healthy, he's not been able to take this team past the second round in what 99% of people regard as a very weak Eastern Conference. But when Joel Embiid has been healthy, I will give him his absolute props. When Joel Embiid is healthy, he's an absolute monster, both offensively and defensively. Makes your team significantly better. But again, say it with me, folks. The best ability is availability. And the Sixers went out and got a guy who's going to be a great insurance policy for Joel Embiid. Oh wait, he also always gets injured. Ooh. But Joel Embiid's done so much for Philadelphia. Wait, what has he done exactly? Forced Ben Simmons out? Never been healthy for a postseason run? Never taken your team past the second round? Oh, let's add to last year during the playoffs fighting with his fans. Now he's saying that he's done too much for the city, too bleeping much for the city, and he does not deserve to be treated this way given what he's done. But you haven't done much, bro. You haven't. And when the times come for you to collaborate with your organization to maybe get better players, you've whiffed on that too. You're still haunted by letting Jimmy Butler go. He says it himself. If we bring it to recent times, leading up to the explosive situation, which obviously we'll discuss, you play in the Olympics at the cost of starting the regular season for your team. Again, the team that has through it all stuck with you, paid you max and max and max contracts, picked you over other teammates, built around you. The fans have supported and supported and supported you. Like, I personally love seeing Philly sports teams get destroyed because the fans are so irritating. But we have to admit, those fans are loyal. And those fans have been loyal to Joel Embiid and the Sixers. And I don't care what anyone says. If you say that that's not true, that's cap. They have supported this guy. And how does he repay them? Oh, by giving his best effort at the Olympics and then not being ready for this season. So now, hilariously, he's lambasting a reporter, Marcus Hayes, from the Philadelphia Inquirer. So the guy who's basically hired to be your glazer can't even find reasons to glaze you. You can't make this shit up, legit. It's been reported that the NBA is highly unhappy with Joel Embiid's lack of participation, so they're already investigating the Sixers for that. But now they're investigating him for an actual physical altercation that he had with Marcus Hayes. Here's why. Joel Embiid consistently points to the birth of his son Arthur as the major inflection point in his basketball career. He often says that he wants to be great to leave a legacy for the boy named after his little brother, who tragically died in an automobile accident when Embiid was in his first year as a 76er. Yeah, I remember that, and to this day, like, God rest his soul. God rest Arthur's soul. Here's where it gets really bad. Well, in order to be great at your job, you first have to show up for work. Uh-oh. Embiid has been great at just the opposite. Now in his 11th season, he consistently has been in poor condition. This poor conditioning apparently seems to have delayed his debut this season. This is an awful thing to write. And unfortunately, as much as I think Joel Embiid could have handled this better, I can't blame him for this reaction. You, as the dumbass reporter, have brought up his brother. You've said he wants to provide a great example for his son and honor his brother by working hard and doing XYZ. Then you immediately say, well, he's not doing XYZ. By its very nature, and you know better as a writer for a living, you know better that putting one statement right after the other is only going to be interpreted in one way, especially by the person who's actually lost his sibling, the person who's gone through the incident. For you to reference those two things, dude, you're asking for trouble. And then, of course, the situation just devolved because it was reported that Embiid said directly that if you write something like that again, I'm going to attack you and live with the consequences. Which is a straight up out and out verbal threat that's actionable by police. Literally, if anyone makes a verbal threat, you can report that. By the way, guys, if you're getting value from this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me know if you like my content, and it really helps YouTube know if my channel is worth recommending to you. So now the NBA is doubling on its investigation, and apparently it was so bad that Marcus Hayes tried to apologize and Joel Embiid was having none of it. Well, yeah, can't blame him. You can't write something like that and then say, oh well, sorry. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Honestly, the reporter should have been a lot better, but Embiid, given the situation that he's in, given who he is, given the fact that he has not yet played a game while his team needs him. These are all massive things that he should have and needed to take into consideration. What's crazier still is that Philadelphia has not come out and said or done anything regarding this. Interestingly enough, instead of waiting and seeing how the season might have played out, they went ahead and gave him the extension. So now they have Joel Embiid on the books for maximum money for an additional 3 seasons. I hope all the best for Embiid. I really do. I hope by some miracle he can put it together. But when he says things like,
I wish I was as lucky as other ones, but that doesn't mean that I'm not trying.
oh, so now it's a matter of luck. No one can blame you for what happens to you. It's always how you respond. And unfortunately, for a maximum level superstar who's been paid maximum money and been given maximum praise and responsibility, you want that person to be a leader in the times when things are at its hardest. You want that person to rise to the top and say, hey, it's on me. Unfortunately, it looks like Joel Embiid cares about everything except being present for the Philadelphia 76ers. And he sure as hell is not saying, hey, I'm the problem. Nope, he's saying everyone else is the problem. And as it stands out, it looks like him and the Sixers deserve each other because they're both on a collision course for oblivion. Facts. Another organization and player that mirrors this situation really similarly is actually Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. While Kawhi has been a lot more quiet and humble about his process, what has transpired is equally weird and strange, and ultimately sad. Come check it out.